everybody, and welcome back to Memoirs and Some, the podcast. It's your girl, Myia Dominique. And I have my boo in the building, my braider. This is my girl, my longtime friend, Lily. So, tell these people who you are, girl. What's up?
My name is Lily, No, my name is Lily for real. I'm one of my close friends. Hoes. But, I'm a Virgo. And I'm moody as fuck. Little fuck.
Okay, so get a little history on our relationship. What do you want me to?
You can go ahead.
Okay, so I met Lily. Actually, she braided my hair. I needed a braid out.
Wait, hold on. Fred, how did you find me? How did
Zakia?
Swear to God.
Zakia. That's my dog too. Zakia. That's my dog. She 100 and she not no hating ass bitch. She not no hating ass bitch. That's exactly how I found you. Zakia, I asked who do good lemonade braids. The girl who was braiding my hair, she wasn't consistent to me.
Bitch too. Like one of them groups, you know, the groups they used to have like some before they had the women empowerment and shit. I think that's how I found it.
No, Zakia tagged you because I was looking for somebody to do some lemonade braids. Remember, that was my first style you ever did, some lemonade braids. And I looked on your page and you had books on with some curly hair. I said, she got to braid my hair. She got to. And when I came and you seen my hair, and I was like, I know my hair thick. You was like, girl, that shit don't bother me. And looked at me like, would you sit the fuck down and come on? I said, oh, okay.
Because he asked me to do my hands. Like, my hands never, it's always my feet. Like, my ankles, the heel of my shit be aching. But, like, I think it's about what I use, what I stand in, what I got on when I braid hair. Like, somebody told me about the rug with the...
And you need that mat. That mat with the...
It's thick. Like, it's called something, bitch. I forget.
And stop doing the bare feet. That's another thing. Barefoot, you need something comfortable, a croc, something with a heel, something that's going to be...
I don't like how Crocs fit in.
I'm not saying it got to be that. Don't let me nurse you right now. That ain't what we doing. But anyway.
No, I'm just saying, I don't like Crocs. I think that's why I never bought none. I don't like how the inside feel, because I mean my feet feel crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody got them big Crocs, though. Everybody got them big. Just not me. Yeah. I ain't in the Croc crew.
So, okay, friends. So, when I hit you up and I was like, let's do this topic. Excuse me. I chose trauma and how it affects you in daily life. The reason I chose that topic for you specifically, I like everything to be personable. I'm not going to have anybody get on here and talk and we having conversation and you not familiar with what's going on. You have to be able to relate. And so, you know, your mom passed not too long ago. It's what, 2 years?
It'll be 2 years in November.
Yeah, 2 years. I thought so, because I just looked at some pictures from your mom's birthday party. Yeah, birthday party. So, yeah. So, I chose trauma and how it affects your daily life. And before we get into it, trauma is anything that has happened to you traumatically that has affected you, changed you, whether it's positive or negative. Most trauma is negative, but how you deal with your trauma can be positive. It doesn't have to become an excuse.
It all depends on you.
Yeah, you.
Like, if you let it make you the worst, it's gonna make you the worst. And like, I don't watch movies, and I believe in what death can do to you as a person. How it can affect you every day. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. It just makes you an angry ass person. Like, Harry was just telling me, she said, man, you know, you're absolute real fucked up man. Like I motherfucker, I breathe wrong, friend. I just be tweaking sometimes, but
that's
I don't talk about stuff.
That's enough stuff. But you know what, friend? It's all about growth. Each conversation, time you express those feelings, just a little bit is growth. So that's we'll count that as point number one. Your attitude change. That's how trauma has affected you in your daily life. We know your attitude is important. You got job interviews, you got things you want to do. You gotta make sure you got that in order.
Right.
Cause you don't never want to fuck up no opportunities or even just yourself, to have yourself happy to be like, really, bitch.
I think, and I'm
okay today.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it's just whatever my grieving process is, but I think a lot of people be angry after losing a parent because they wonder why so much.
I heard they the worst. I heard losing a parent and losing a child is the worst, and
we never accept the fact that they grown. People never accept the fact. And in order to move on, you have to accept the fact. You have to.
Do you feel like you've accepted?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it was hard? Get into that one day, because I know it's not like a long drawn out process, but like you go through this damn transformation, like TV will try to make you think. But just having that epiphany, like that one day, and it hit you like,
this was in like right before I went to Atlanta.
You know, not let it go, but you gotta get to a point where
it was right before I left Atlanta. Go to Atlanta. I was packing my stuff, and me and my sisters, we had shared a lot of my mama's stuff. I think Lynette had got her last $10 in her house key. I forget what my sister maybe got, but I ended up getting the clothes she was laid to rest in. And I ended up getting her pearls around her neck. And I just didn't want to let it go. I did not want to let it go. Like, I feel like every time it was time to run into that, like even if I opened my closet, I was just going to get my dry towel or hanging up clean clothes. Like every time I ran into it, it affected me. It was like a trigger. And it took me in too many dark spaces too much with it being in my house. And I couldn't do it. It had took me maybe like 4 or 5 hours to get rid of it. Like I sat in front of it. I cried in front of it. Like, I had so kind of like, even when I was going down the elevator, bitch threw it away. It's like it was one of the biggest gifts just now.
It is. I can agree with you on that. I have a sweater of my brother's. My chain on my neck is my brother's. He died in this chain. And I cried washing it off. It was blood on there because the police don't have no fucking dignity when they give you people shit. They assume that everybody is the same. So we was treated like he was a fucking gangbanger or like he died in cold blood when he died helping somebody. But I already talked about that on my other episodes. So I say that to say I get you. Items can be triggers and it can make the trauma worse. It can.
And then it ain't like it took me to the same dark space. It was like like the dark space got deeper and deeper and dark and dark. Like it had came to the point she was coming to visit me in my sleep too much. And not that I wasn't ready, I was scared. I just knew it was something. You know, like I just knew it was something. I ended up getting rid of it though. I went to the liquor store, just had me a drink, and I think I was over it the next day.
It was like it was done.
Yeah, it was. That's how I know. That's why I told Kyra that was a moment.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I have my days. I wake up, I just don't talk. Like what's wrong? I just don't talk. But it's just I don't be wanting to talk about it, but I don't be wanting to push her away.
Yeah.
You know, I just be trying, but I'm glad she understands this is something new for me and her. Like, but a lot of the times I tell her, like, you won't fully understand because you have your mother. You know? So, but I'm happy I'm with somebody that understands because I heard that shit can affect your relationship too.
I thought you was finna go into detail. I'm letting you have your moment. It happens.
I mean, at first I did feel like that, but that was part of me blaming everybody.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't just like, yeah, it's your turn, I'm gonna pick on you. Like that's just how it was with everybody. I was just blaming everybody because I just felt like people didn't understand, but I had to understand because they got their mommy, it's something new for me and it's something new for them.
Yeah.
Instead of stop being so selfish, that shit make you so angry, friend. You just start doing shit, bitch.
I agree. I mean,
I was out my body with that shit, bitch. Waking up 7 o'clock in the morning, taking shots of liquor. And I'm really thinking, because I get drunk, that this is fun the whole time, friend. You're not okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at it like
your
that.
issues in that one thing, not even
every day gotta have some liquor. Every day for a year straight, friend. I gained so much weight. I was just like, what the fuck?
So we've sat here and just me and you talking, which a lot of people don't do, and talk about their feelings, especially about trauma and how it affects you. Being able to really sit up and deal with what happens with trauma and how it does, just it can take you into a bad place. But one thing I will say, friend, commendably, I am so proud of you, because a year and a half ago, the only way you would sit and talk about your mom is
if I was drunk.
Yeah, you were drunk.
And then you couldn't get me to talk about it.
She wouldn't talk. Bitch, I'm ready to go outside. And I'm so proud of you, because that's a big step, especially in our culture. We don't like to talk about stuff. We don't like to deal with it. We don't even like to identify it, like call a duck a duck. We don't even like to say.
I think us being Virgos makes it worse, because we don't let everybody in. So think about
it enhances.
So like
I agree.
It's twice as worse.
Yeah. It's like pick your poison. Really.
Yeah, like
because
it takes. I ain't gonna lie. And another thing I learned about Virgos, like, friend, it's a lot to deal with all of this.
And our attitudes can be very fucked up. you got one time. Really with a Virgo, like Virgo, you got one time.
Myia,
man.
Like, I don't know.
Fuck up.
But like, we really some really good people.
We love hard. We love extremely hard. Sometimes
I think I love big too. Like, what might be not big to you is big to me.
Yep.
Like, you look at it, it ain't that serious. It's that serious.
It is. It's
like,
that
serious.
See, because I wouldn't do it. I feel like if I wouldn't do it to you, and I am one of the most genuineness, kind-hearted people, I will give anybody anything. Like
that's how I am.
Can't nobody really honestly.
I'm starting to learn too, though. I have to set boundaries, and I have to set boundaries.
Yep.
See how people fuck with you when you tell them no, because that's where that shit gonna get offended.
And that's who you gonna see genuinely stick around. You watch. You gonna see how, because like we was just talking about, the same way when you have to set boundaries with a person is the same way when you go through stuff. That's when people's genuine emotions come out for you. It's easy to go out and drink with a motherfucker. You see how many people you meet at a bar easily and be like, oh, shot so nuts. Nah, before you know it, everybody buying drinks. It's easy to do that. It's easy.
I feel like I was running away from my problems too.
It's hard.
Drowning in the liquor. It was just...
But not even the liquor part though, friend. What I'm saying is, it's hard to sit and do this. Like,
it takes a while.
It do. And it's easy to just go that route and say, I'm done, I'm gonna drink this out, I'm gonna smoke this out, because that's the easy cop out in your mind. The mind is a dangerous thing to waste. And if it's manipulated,
my mama used to say mind is a dangerous thing to be in. I don't know. She used to say
now that's
because when you in your motherfucking thoughts, you overthink. We Virgos overthink
all the time.
And we got it real bad, bitch. I'm gonna ask you one time about something. If I feel like you lying, I'm gonna put it together myself.
And when I become motherfucking Scooby-Doo, you don't want no parts of that. Because when you get there, then when you know, like, you done found some shit,
like, don't play.
Hell to pay for the captain.
Don't play.
Don't let me bend in my feelings in dealing with some
I got
shit.
a question for you.
Okay.
What do you feel like your coping mechanism was when you lost your brother? Like, what did you do to cope with the pain, like, in the beginning? Did you like isolate yourself? Was you not being social?
The first 3 days, it was no coping. The first 3 days of really, because the first 3 days are crucial. So when you have a person who dies traumatically like he did, he was basically a fatality.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta identify the body, but it's COVID, so you don't go in. They identify his body through his ID. I think I convinced myself for like that first day, like that ain't him. Like they got it all wrong. This shit ain't real. Not many people have the last name Skinner, and that nigga ain't gave nobody his ID. Seeing, I had to send Mark in there. I didn't go see him. I saw my brother one time, and that was at the funeral, and it was at the end. I didn't go up during the visitation. I didn't go through the wake. I didn't identify the body. Mark went in there and said, that's him. And that's when I knew it was on. It was over. That's when I knew, like, I could still see Mark's face coming out of there right now. And when I saw his face before he said nothing, I knew it was him. I knew it. I knew my brother was dead before my mama told me. I told Mark when I got to the end of the bed.
Who got to call your mama?
My mama called me. My mama called me and said, girl. And she was like, cool, calm and collect. Like, another motorcycle accident. I know my son. Because my brother is notorious for getting into a fucking accident and be just fucking fine. So I think that's what she thought. When she called me, she was so casual. And I got up and I slid to the end of the bed. And I said, Mark, my brother dead. He said, don't say that. Why would you say some shit like he cussing me out? It's something about that sibling that you grow up with. Me and my brother was literally.
Sometimes you just
16.
shit.
Is it even? Nope. Yep, it's like 16 months apart, 18 months apart. We are not like even 2 years. Me and my brother have always grown up together. We've been like this. It's something about them siblings that grew up in the house together. Mm-hmm. It's like a twin thing. We weren't twins, but we was twins. It was, I knew when he was off, he knew when I was off. I could feel when my brother would get arrested, when he was in trouble. I would call his phone. Man, how you know I just got pulled over by the police, bro? They just let me go. I could feel it. I don't know what it was. I don't know how. I'm telling you, it was crazy. And I knew he was gone. Coping, it was no coping. That first 3 to maybe 5 days, it wasn't no coping. It wasn't no coping. I had to help my mama get ready for the funeral. I had to get myself ready for the funeral. I have 2 little boys. Then I wrote my brother's whole obituary. Put all the pictures together, going back and forth with these people. There was no coping. But you know what I used to do to keep myself level-headed, to try to get through it? I would clean. I had a big-ass house. Start from the Ruby to the Tula. And just clean. This motherfucker was spotless for a long time.
You know, that's actually like a good thing, though.
It is until you wear yourself out. I was not sleeping.
Yeah.
I was up cleaning like how it's nothing on the floor. I would still be sweeping, trying to make, because I was trying to find reasons to be like, okay, this can't be real. Like, this not my life. And then I sat in the front. Anybody that has seen my house,
I think being with the nail is the first thing.
The step. Yeah, dealing with the trauma, yeah. But you also got to identify with it too, like know that that's where you at. Mm-hmm. See, I was still...
A lot of shit I was already realizing about myself, but I still was in denial, you know?
Yeah.
I knew shit was going on, but I'm just like, no, it ain't.
And you probably knew where it was coming from too. You probably was like, this is a cause of this. Mm-hmm. But unconsciously not trying to accept it. Trauma does affect you. I think the positive side of this becomes life can be better. It's hard to get there. It's a challenge to get there, but it does get better. I had I'm gonna answer the question I asked you. My moment was I sat in the front of my house. Anybody that has seen my house knows I have pictures of my brother. I got a whole wall full of pictures of my brother, a table full of pictures. Everything is about him up there. And I lit me a blunt And I cried that last for real, like, this is it. I gotta let this shit go.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change the fact that he's not here. Me getting mad at the world is not bringing him back.
And then
Nothing.
you know what's one of the realest things that I had to face for losing my mama, like, because I know grieving can really fuck you. That shit can really fuck you up.
Oh yeah.
Like for real. People be all in
People
their head about a lot of shit, you know.
Some people don't bounce back. Have you ever seen a couple lose each other?
Yeah.
And go,
but you know what's so crazy?
I'm not saying just physically lose a person. I'm saying like lose they fucking self. That shit deep.
Mm-hmm.
That boy who went in there and killed all them kids at that school. His wife, wife was a teacher. She got killed.
Yeah.
That lady was not gone 24 hours. He was dead. That ain't just losing a person.
That's why I said another thing that woke me up. The bills don't stop.
That comment definitely don't give a fuck, bitch.
Like, think about you can't lay around balled up, just crying all day. Like, you can't.
Fred, that is the one for the century.
Like, you can't just lay around. You can't get lazy. You can't keep calling off. You can't.
People
bitch, you
want
gotta,
their shit.
like, you forced to get it together.
If you want to continue to live. There are some people, like we was just talking about in all seriousness, that let all of that go. Like, fuck comment, fuck Nightcore.
And just
let it go away and lose it away.
But some people be really dark. And I think, friend, it usually be the people who had them different type of relationships with their mama.
Yeah.
Like, and then you end up just whoosh, losing it.
So look, friend, I picked this card. I just went through them, but I picked this card because I feel like it will go good. So they know I use the end cards. This is the friend edition. And the end cards kind of give you like a synopsis of check yourself, bitch, basically. Okay. That's what they do. So this is friend edition. And since we're talking about trauma and you and I share a very common trauma because we lost somebody very close, like immediate household close, by blood. If heaven was one moment to be relived over and over, what would your heaven be?
Wait, if heaven what?
If heaven was one moment to be relived. So if something that's happened in your life, one moment that has happened in your life, and you called that heaven, what would that moment be that you could relive it over and over?
My 7th birthday party that my mama threw me in my house.
Okay. That's heaven for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I think mine would be...
Because, like, I got older parents. Like, so, like...
Right. See, okay,
the way they make it special is, like, they try so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the first time she ever threw me a birthday party. So, like, I appreciated her so much for that. Because, like, we don't have that type of stuff. Like, as long as we go to school, we get good grades. You know, I don't feel like food on the table. Like, I'm super traditional for it.
Right.
Like, that's why I don't have no kids. Like, I'm not just going to be another baby mama.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Like, I don't believe in shit like that. Like, bitch, you're going to marry me. We're going to be together forever.
Welcome to death row.
Like, for sure. Like, you ain't just going to... No, I don't...
You are not that
That's
baby
too
mama.
normal in this generation, too. Like, it's too many baby mama, maybe not enough families. Not enough grown-ass men. Getting the queen princess treatment. You know, like, it's not enough for that.
She's going to go into another episode, y'all.
No, you know, it's just not enough for that. Like, it's a lot of people don't want husbands. Like, and I come from a house where my mom and my dad been together all these years. So, like, that's what I want for myself.
Yeah.
That's what I come from. That's all I know.
But like I say, too, that trauma can be a good thing, having that.
Yeah.
Because you had older parents, and I know you was always like, you know, my parents was older, so I wasn't able to do this, and I wasn't able to do that. And as a kid, you know, it ain't adult trauma, it's kid trauma, it's kid shit. But as a kid that affects you, you look at it like, damn, you know, like, my friends could do this, and But then I bet you grateful because you got some friends that probably was doing a whole bunch of wrong shit or at that time, and you weren't caught up in that shit because your parents.
Which made me appreciate why my mama didn't let me go outside.
Yep.
Why she didn't let me do this or hang with this person?
And still to this day, she an old lady. We both be on curfew.
Yeah.
We going to bed.
Like,
we goes to sleep.
Every single last one of my friends will tell y'all, I am a party pooper. I can go in the house. I don't care. I be like, y'all need to go in the house too. Y'all need to go in the house.
That's how I call me, bitch.
Like, and then how you know you? Cause I got this one girl I'm cool with. She every time she gets drunk, she thinks she a nigga. Bitch, drop me. D me on 4520, bitch. You too. None of that type of time with you. You know the police be out. They be out, bitch, and they will pull us over. Bitch, I'm not on no.
But that's good. That's how you know you got good raised and that. And it keeps you in a better place. Like,
all that trying to fit in shit, baby. You ain't even got to worry about me trying to fit in. I'm going to let your ass know in the door. Drop me off. I ain't with the shit. I'm just not.
Something about drop me off.
Ain't gotta be, and I feel like that's a lot of the times that's when bad shit happens. Late at night, you just want to stay out and know you should have wait your ass on.
But that comes from that traditional raising. There are kids raising kids.
That just gonna be bad, friend. Like, cause I'm gonna raise my child a certain way. That's just how it's gonna go.
And it is.
Like,
so if heaven was one moment to be revealed for me, I would say when I moved into my house, my brother took me in the bathroom. He gave me some money and he said, I'm gonna go buy your air conditioners. Me and Mark gonna go buy the air conditioners. And he was like, bro, I am so proud of you. Ain't nobody never think you would be where you was at. He said, I always believed in you. But you know, it's other people. He said, I don't think you even believed in yourself at one point in time. But to hear him tell me he proud of me, that's what makes me keep going. Like, every time I do something, I just can hear him saying it. Although he's not here saying it, I know he is.
That's why I think it's important to hear that from the people you love.
It is.
You know, like, people want to act like, I don't need no motherfucking pat on the back. There's nobody saying you need
a pat on the back. But everybody won't.
That's genuine support for it. Knowing that you're proud of me and my work don't go unnoticed. I see that you're looking, you're paying attention, you're watching.
Absolutely.
Like, people be thinking it just gotta be, it's not about buying no big ass gifts. It's not about none of that.
Acknowledge it. Acknowledge
like,
support.
Open your man up. My man be this big, friend. What the fuck? Like, it's not. It don't take a rocket science to just be genuine to somebody. Like, everybody don't need a gift that costs $1 million fucking dollars. Like, that's why a lot of bitches get blind about that little money.
You so silly.
But
before we get into another topic, y'all know I'm gonna have my girl back. We definitely gonna get into something because she on to something with that little comment she made right there. But you know how we
I'm ready to take my shot too.
You ready to take a shot? Okay. Woo! But y'all know we here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Memoirs and Son, the podcast. I'm your girl, Myia Dominique, and we are out.